Hi, this is Paul. I'm standing in a newly painted room, and today on This Is How You Do It, I want to show you how to transition from a wall to a ceiling and get yourself a really clean paint line. I wanted to show you that, and also I wanted to show you on the base molding, how you transition from a base molding to a wall and get a clean line there so all your painting looks nice and crisp. So I'm back. We're in this room here where we're prepping to paint it. I've got most of the taping done, as you can see, at the ceiling and around all the moldings. And I've left this section undone here so I can show you how to get that crisp line at the base molding. So as you tape across here, I like to leave a long piece at the end so I can come in with my cutting knife and pull that off just like that. Make a nice straight edge. It gets you nice and tight in there. And I don't have to leave it long here because most of that's covered. I can just put it on there. Okay, and make sure it's stuck. One thing that's really helpful is to hold the tape flat on the wall like that, because it follows the wall, and so all you have to do is come down here and push the center of the tape down, get it nice and straight, and then press it along there, and then just keep doing that over and over until you get to the other end. And don't be alarmed if you get some of your tape down in the wrong place. If you do that, say you get it on here and you don't like where it is, you can just peel it back up and put it in the right place. Okay? And then you want to make sure to keep your tools with you so that when you get down to the other end, you're prepared. And so, almost there. Okay. And this one I left long from before, so I put it there. Pull that off. Come in with this one. Leave it a little bit long, just like before. And then voila. Now, after I'm done with that, so I will show you how to make a crisp line there, and I will also show you how to make a crisp line here while we're painting. Okay, I'm ready to start. Okay, since we have all of our tools prepared here, we have our paint bucket, we have our roller, and we have our brush. This is how we can make a nice clean line here. And what I do is I take this, get some paint on it, and I paint right into the crack with this brush. Okay, and I start up the seam of the wall here, right at the corner, and make sure and get enough paint in all of these areas, right down to that paint line, and right up that wall. Then once you have some paint on there like that, you can take this roller, put some paint on it, and you roll it right along there, and that blends the paint in. And you can take and roll this right down to the paint, to the tape. Okay? What's real important is right here, and even in these, that you don't leave a ridge, because this is going to sit here for a while. And if you leave a ridge, you'll have a paint line that will always stay, it'll always show. So you want to take and roll it out like this, where this edge of the roller, not this edge, is, and you can let it be a little loose so it just feathers that in. Okay? And you do the same thing here, right in the corner. Okay, and so once you have all of your paint feathered in to where it has nice soft edges, then you can move on to the next section. So right now I've got it feathered here, You can use a little more feathering right there. And you see, I don't know if you can see that ridge right there, but you want to get rid of that. And then you want to make sure that you're painted all the way down to the tape. And then you can double check the corners. Okay, and then I'm going to continue all the way down to there. When I get done, I'll show you that, and then we'll go up to the ceiling. Okay, as you can see, I've gotten done with this transition from the base mold to the wall in this section. And now I'm going to show you how to make that transition from the wall to the ceiling. And one thing that I've learned that's very important when doing that is after you have your tape installed, and you install it the same way. Hold the tape flat to the wall, pull it across, touch it up tight to the ceiling, and then press it in. Is you caulk this joint right here. And so when you do that, it keeps any paint from leaking back behind. And so it's real important that you do this. And one thing that's also very important is that you don't put a whole lot of caulking in. You just want a very little bit, okay? And so what I do is I caulk just a teeny little bit, a section at a time, and I press it in there. And then I come through with my brush and roller and paint it the same way I did the bottom. Where I come through here first, and I brush it right in tight to the corners. Same exact process, just except for that caulking. For some reason, you don't need to caulk down at the bottom. It doesn't, rarely bleeds through on base molding, but it bleeds through a lot at a ceiling transition. The one thing, so I've caulked up to here. So I want to make sure that I don't paint past that. So right now I'm going to paint up to it, just short of it. Okay? And then now that I've got enough paint on there right in the corner, I'm going to blend it with the roller. So this roller can come in the same way. You blend that in right there. Okay? Now if you'll notice, I'm going a little bit around the corner this way, because now that I've caulked that, it's real important that I peel that tape right away. So as soon as I get done going all the way across here, I'll come back and I'll peel that tape. So first I want to feather this in, make sure I don't have a line for when I tie in my two transitions. Okay, so that's nice and feathered in right there. Okay, so now that I have it feathered in down the corner, across the top, across the bottom, and I've got that caulked in at that top tape line, I'm going to show you how we do this. So remember, what you do is you caulk that, and then as you do each section, you peel that tape because you don't want to let that caulking dry. So you come in with your little putty knife, and right there where your tape is, you just come in and you very gently get that a little flat to start, and you reach over and grab that. And then, when you peel that, because you caulked it, you'll have a super nice straight line. You just go nice and slow like this. When I get to the other side here, it's going to want to peel that other piece of tape off. That's not a problem. Just as long as I don't peel it past what I've got painted, you should be okay. So I'm going to come here, and then it's going to start to peel right around the corner. Okay? And then I can even peel some of that off if I want to. And then what I do is I'll just take my putty knife again, put it right there on the tape. Oops, didn't do it. And then just let it be like that. And that's how you do it.